On April 15, 1989, 96 football fans were crushed to death at Hillsborough Stadium in Sheffield, England, during an FA Cup semi-final match between Liverpool and Nottingham Forest. It remains the worst disaster in British sporting history. The tragedy unfolded in front of live television cameras, witnessed by millions. At 2:30 p.m., thousands of Liverpool supporters were still outside the stadium, trying to enter through a small number of turnstiles. With kickoff at 3 p.m. approaching, a dangerous crush developed outside the ground. At 2:52 p.m., fearing fans would be injured in the crush outside, Police Superintendent David Duckenfield made a fatal decision. He ordered a large exit gate opened to relieve the pressure. Over 2,000 fans flooded through the open gate in just 5 minutes, but crucially, no police directed these fans where to go. Most headed straight down a tunnel marked "Standing" that led to the central pens behind the goal, pens 3 and 4. These pens were already dangerously overcrowded. The new influx of 2,000 people caused a catastrophic crush. Fans at the front were pressed against metal fences designed to prevent pitch invasions. They couldn't escape. They couldn't breathe. They were being crushed to death. At 3:06 p.m., just 6 minutes after kickoff, the match was stopped. Police finally realized what was happening. Fans were pulling people up into the upper tier. Some managed to escape onto the pitch, but for 96 people, it was too late. They died standing up, crushed in the crowd, unable to breathe, unable to escape. The youngest victim was 10 years old. The oldest was 67. Afterwards, South Yorkshire police engaged in a cover-up, blaming Liverpool fans for the disaster. It took 27 years of fighting by victims' families to establish the truth. The fans were innocent. The disaster was caused by police failures, inadequate stadium safety, and catastrophic crowd mismanagement. This is the story of the Hillsborough disaster. 96 innocent people killed, and decades of injustice. Part 1. The match and the stadium. The FA Cup semi-final. April 15, 1989. Liverpool FC versus Nottingham Forest in the FA Cup semi-final at Hillsborough Stadium in Sheffield, England. This was a huge match. The FA Cup is one of English football's most prestigious competitions. Over 54,000 fans were expected. Hillsborough Stadium. Hillsborough was home to Sheffield Wednesday FC, but was used for neutral semi-final matches. The stadium had a fatal flaw. The Leppings Lane terrace, where Liverpool fans were allocated, had serious safety issues. The Leppings Lane end. Standing terrace divided into pens by metal fences. The central pens, 3 and 4, were accessible via a tunnel from the concourse. Side pens could only be reached by going around. The tunnel to the central pens had no indication they were full. Once in the pens, fans were trapped by perimeter fencing, designed to prevent pitch invasions. This was a death trap design, and authorities knew it. Previous incidents. In 1981, there had been a dangerous crush at this same terrace during an FA Cup semi-final. 38 fans were injured. Recommendations were made but never fully implemented. The danger was known but ignored. April 15, 1989. Arrival. Liverpool fans began arriving in Sheffield around noon. By 2 p.m., thousands were outside the Leppings Lane turnstiles, but there were too few turnstiles for the number of fans. A dangerous crush began developing outside. 2:52 p.m. The fatal decision. The crush outside. The situation outside was becoming dangerous. Thousands of fans still trying to get through too few turnstiles. Kickoff at 3 p.m. approaching. Fans pressed together, some being crushed against walls. Police Superintendent David Duckenfield was in command. 2:52 p.m. The gate opens. Duckenfield made a decision. He ordered exit gate C opened to relieve the crush outside. This was not inherently wrong, but what happened next was catastrophic. The fatal error. When the gate opened, over 2,000 fans flooded through in about 5 minutes, but no police directed them where to go. Most naturally headed down the tunnel directly ahead. The tunnel led to the already crowded central pens 3 and 4. There was no sign saying these pens were full. No one stopped fans entering. If police had directed fans to the side pens, the disaster would not have happened. 2:52 to 2:58 p.m. The pens fill. As 2,000 people poured into already crowded pens 3 and 4, the crowd density became catastrophic. People at the front were crushed against the perimeter fencing. They couldn't move, couldn't escape. Some fans in the central pens realized what was happening. They screamed at police to open the gates. Police thought they were trying to get on the pitch, did nothing. 3 p.m. Kickoff. The match kicked off. Most spectators didn't realize anything was wrong, but in pens 3 and 4, people were dying. Part 3. The crush and the deaths. 3:00 p.m. to 3:06 p.m. The crush. In the 6 minutes after kickoff, people in the central pens were crushed tighter and tighter, unable to breathe, compressive asphyxiation. Some lifted off their feet, held upright by the pressure of bodies, dying standing up, faces turning blue, screaming for help. Police outside the pen not understanding. At the front, fans pressed against the perimeter fencing. Metal barriers designed to keep people off the pitch now trapped people in the pens. Some tried to climb the fence, some managed to pull themselves up. Others couldn't, crushed against the metal. 3:06 p.m. The match stopped. Finally, police realized something was catastrophically wrong. The referee stopped the match. The players left the field, confused and horrified. The escape. Fans in the upper tier pulled people up to safety. Police finally opened the perimeter gates. Fans spilled onto the pitch, some carrying injured and dead. Bodies laid out on the pitch, advertising hoardings used as makeshift stretchers. The death toll. 96 people died, originally 95. The 96th victim, Tony Bland, died in 1993 after being in a persistent vegetative state. How they died. Crushed to death, compressive asphyxiation, unable to breathe due to the pressure of the crowd. Some crushed against fences, some trampled. Most died where they stood, unable to escape. Who they were. Liverpool fans who came to watch their team, aged 10 to 67, men, women, children, teenagers, entire families, groups of friends, innocent people who went to a football match and never came home. Part 4. The cover-up and injustice. The immediate aftermath. In the hours and days after the disaster, South Yorkshire Police, led by Duckenfield, began a cover-up. The lies. Police claimed Liverpool fans were drunk and late. They forced the gate open. False. Police opened it. They caused the crush through hooliganism. The fans were to blame. The smears. The Sun newspaper published a front-page story titled "The Truth," with false claims that Liverpool fans urinated on police, picked pockets of the dead, attacked emergency workers. All of these claims were lies, but they were widely believed. The families fought back. The families of the 96 victims knew the truth. Their loved ones were innocent. They fought for justice for 27 years. The inquests and inquiries. 1990, Taylor Report. Lord Justice Taylor's inquiry found police failures caused the disaster, criticized stadium safety, led to all Cedar stadiums in top English leagues. 1991, Original inquests. Controversial verdict of accidental death, families dissatisfied. 1997 to 2012, The Long Fight. Families campaigned for truth. New evidence emerged, documents showing police cover-up. 2012, Independent Panel Report. Revealed extent of police lies and cover-up. Police had altered statements to shift blame. Government officials involved in suppressing truth. 2014 to 2016, New inquests. Longest inquest in British legal history. Heard evidence for over 2 years. April 26, 2016, The Verdict. After 27 years, the new inquest jury delivered verdicts. The 96 were unlawfully killed, and the fans were innocent. Police failures caused the disaster. Justice, finally. 2019 to 2021, Criminal Trials. David Duckenfield and others were charged with manslaughter and misconduct. Most were acquitted or had charges dropped, to the fury of families, but the truth was established. The legacy. The 96, never forgotten. Memorials at Anfield, Liverpool Stadium. Annual memorial services on April 15th. You'll Never Walk Alone sung in tribute. Justice for the 96 campaign. Stadium safety. Hillsborough led to massive changes in British football. All Cedar stadiums, standing terraces removed, better crowd management, improved safety regulations, perimeter fencing removed. Modern football stadiums are far safer because of the lessons learned from Hillsborough. The Hillsborough Law. Campaigners are pushing for a Hillsborough law requiring public authorities to tell the truth after disasters, legal duty of candor to prevent future cover-ups. The lesson. Hillsborough teaches authorities must be held accountable. Victims' families deserve truth. Cover-ups can last decades, but truth eventually emerges. Never give up fighting for justice. Conclusion. On April 15, 1989, 96 Liverpool fans went to Hillsborough Stadium to watch an FA Cup semi-final. They never came home. At 2:52 p.m., police opened an exit gate, allowing 2,000 fans to flood into already overcrowded pens. At 3:06 p.m., the match stopped. People were dying, crushed against fences, unable to breathe. 96 people were killed. The youngest 10 years old, the oldest 67. They died because police made catastrophic decisions. No one directed fans to safe areas. The stadium design was fatally flawed. Safety was neglected. Afterwards, police lied and blamed the fans. For 27 years, the families fought for truth. In 2016, an inquest jury finally ruled the 96 were unlawfully killed and the fans were innocent. Justice for the 96, truth for the 96, never forgotten. April 15, 1989, the day 96 innocent people were crushed to death at a football match and 27 years of injustice began. You'll never walk alone. The Fear Files posts videos covering the true stories behind some of history's greatest disasters. The channel is made possible by supporters on Patreon and YouTube channel members. Huge thanks to everyone who supports this channel. If you found this documentary moving, please like and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video.